Oh, yes. Right, wicked. Let's rock. Yes. Oh, wicked. How is everyone doing? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so this might be a quicker stream. We'll see what we can do today. I started a little bit late. Essentially, I've just been busy doing sort of things. Now, a quick. Let me go get rid of that timer thing in the corner for the time being. So a quick update. I've just been a bit ill last week, so I haven't really been able to do an awful lot. But I did manage to do one thing, which is quite useful. Is I have made some quite distinctly average, but reasonable GarageBand tracks for my like music tracks for my game. And actually, I think I'm just going to turn this down just a tiny bit. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, so I've made a few music tracks for my game, which we're going to try and implement. And obviously, when I am actually trying to put the music in, I'll have to turn the other background music off. It's like you're thinking, well, I'm liking this music. No. I don't really have the rights for this music. But I have made some tracks on my own. So, and here's where it gets a little bit interesting as well. So we've got Rumple Town, right, which is actually... essentially the track that we used for the trailer, but there is actually quite a long track going on throughout it, right? And then we have these three over here, right? So if you actually look at the time, this is 1 minute 53. Sorry, there is a reason why I'm pointing this out. This is 2 minutes 49, and this is 2 minutes 49 as well. Okay, right. why mention that? Right, the reason being is there's a particular trick that I was able to do. So if you imagine, all of these three tracks are kind of the same track, but they just have a slightly different vibe to it. So the map version is a bit more sort of quaint and a bit more kind of magical. This one, the title is a little bit, I don't know, sort of almost the generic version. And the fight one has got a sort of electric guitar going on, but the track sounds very similar. So the idea is when you're on the map and then you go into a fight, then in fact, let's go make life. Hold on, I did not mean to do that. I need to just rename this. We're going to have it fight out, fight not in combat. In fact, let me go. We don't need the word rumble anymore. So. Yeah, not in combat. Oh, why is that giving me a grief? Okay, yes, that's fine. Okay, we're just going to rename them so that it makes a little bit more sense. So this will be fight in combat, and it's taking a while to rename. Never mind. And I can just have this as map. I'll have it as map music, just so that there's less confusion. And this one will be title music. Right, now, I am intrigued, right, as to how I'm going to get the music to work, because another thing which we're going to kind of experiment with, we're going to dabble with, I don't know how easy it's going to be, but if we actually look at this master, if you think, what I kind of want to do, as the scene is changing, I want music to kind of like smoothly go from one track to another, right, by fading the volume of the current music and then upping the volume of the new music you want to play. Now, in order to be able to make music, what you kind of need to do is have a game object that has an audio clip on it. Now, if I were to create one, right, and then we swap scenes, it's going to destroy itself. So instead, I'm going to create a game object and attach it to, hold on, yeah, this master script here, right? Because this is like the big daddy important game object. Sorry, this master game object, right? So what we can actually do, and this is gonna be just an experiment. Like I say, this might go horribly wrong. But if I, so I think we're now, no, let me do it properly. So if I go master, right, that's what I want. So let's just go into Yeah, okay, right. We're into this master thing now. We're going to do a few things, right? So let's go get rid of this. And we're going to create scripts core. I will have two separate scripts. We're going to have one for music, one for sound effects. I might regret it, but I think this will probably make sense. I'd rather have them as two separate entities that need to be dealt with, because there's just a few different rules that occur when it comes to sound effects than when it comes to music. So this is going to be music master script. Okay, let's go work on opening this up. While it might take a minute to load or something. So the purpose of this is going to be essentially to create the music game object, and yeah, and we're going to I'm going to have to sort of work through it. So let's do the most important thing that needs doing. If I go public static music master script instance, and then we go void awake instance equals this. This will mean that we can access this script, even though there's nothing in it. We can access this script from wherever we like. Okay, and now what we probably need is let's have a look. So we're going to have a public void. Maybe I should just have change music, and I'm going to work this out. I'll work this. Actually, change music. According to scene. I think that should be okay. So now, right, so that's okay. We're going to get back to this. It's just like the reason it gets a bit confusing is because you actually need two separate game objects if ever you're looking to have one music fade into another. I think. So let's just experiment, I suppose. So there's something that we're going to experiment with first, right? I am going to add a component, and it's going to be audio source. Okay, right. Now, this is something which I have no idea if it's going to work, and it will kind of like the fate of what's going to happen next is going to be heavily dependent on if this particular experiment works. So we have now attached an audio source to our main master thing. All right. Now, before we continue, let me switch off this music. Okay, right, music's off. Okay, now let me. Next up, in fact, audio sources. Oh, I thought there was going to be. It's too many. It's far too many. Okay, fine. I'll have to drag it on. So if we go into resources, sounds, I'm just going to use the title music here. Okay. Now, incidentally, I can press play here. I'm not sure how loud that is on everyone else's, but we're just doing a bit of an experiment. Okay. So at the moment, we haven't really done anything amazing. But I'm going to press play now, and what we've got play on awake. So I just want to check to see if you can hear the music as you press play. So let's have a look. Okay, right, yeah, I would, I can explain. I actually created another audio source here, so let's get rid of that for the time being. That was just when I was doing a bit of experimenting to try and work a few things out. Right, so, okay, the music does play. Now, the important thing to try and note here is if I were to press play, all we want to know is if the music can actually stay in between scenes. So, on paper, it should do, because it's attached, we've got the audio source over here, but I simply don't know. So if we just go, just wait for this to load a bit. Yes, don't worry. It won't look this bad when we're actually playing. So I'm just going to say new game. Oh, and it does. Okay. All right. Fantastic. This makes life an awful lot easier. Okay. So, in theory, we need another audio source. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. We actually need to go into the master over here and then add another audio source. Okay. Let's have a look. I kind of want this just to be null. None, that's fine. Okay, all right. So what are we going to do to begin with? So I think change music according to scene. Okay, so if I have switch, how do we get hold of the scene thing? Let me go close all but this. MasterScript.instance. Go to definition. Now, right. So what we're looking for at this precise moment is just how we actually change scene, and I'm pretty sure here we go. Right. So. So I've just got to remember exactly. Let's go into this because I think there's a particular way of getting hold. Scene manager dot scene name. I think it could be that. It could be this. And I also want to have a check. So what we should do is on the master script we should have something somewhere. Let me have a look. Where do we have change scene? So I think if I just have a little function here, which will be public string get scene name, and then we'll have return scene manager dot let's have a look. You know what? Let's go. Let's put the other music back on just while I'm concentrating. Scene manager dot. I've got to remember how you actually get the scene name. Because it feels like there's a whole function that's called get scene by name, but I might have to do a very quick right. Yeah, I'll have to do a very quick search just because I just can't remember. I don't think it's particularly difficult. Let's see how quickly I can do this. Oh, is it as simple as that? Oh, I might be get active scene. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. Right. So let's see if I've got this right. Scene manager dot get active scene dot name. Okay, and let's just have a little debug. Check this thing works. Debug dot log open brackets. And let's just chuck this in here. See if this works. And then I'm just going to go void update. We're going to put an update here because we're going to do quite a few key presses to try a few things as we're sort of progressing further forward. So update if input.getKeyDown.keyCode. Let's have a look. Z, sure. We're going to have master script.instance.get scene name. Oh. What's wrong with that? Oh, what? Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, get the name of the scene. Yeah, so it looks like this function is overloaded with something else. So we'll just get the name of the scene. Get the name of the scene. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so if we press Z, we get the name of the scene. So let's have a little test to see if this works. See if the... Oh no, what's going on? Yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. Leave that. See if we got any more error messages. Right. Cool. So we're going to just press Z, see if we do get the name of the scene exactly how we want it. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Oh. It didn't work. I must have done something wrong somewhere. Let's have a look. Oh, because we haven't actually attached this Music Master script, that's why. So we're actually in here. Let's go find out. I forgot to actually put the script in. Okay, that's good. That's fine. It's fine. I'm okay with this. Music Master script. Let's go fit it. I kind of want to fit it there. All right, let's try this again. So we're just testing to see if we can press Z, and there we go. Got it. Title scene, and we've got it there. That's fine. All right. Just as long as we know that, we're kind of we're doing all right. So change music according to scene. So we're going to have switch masterscript.instance.get the name of the scene. Case oh, I've got a semicolon there that's not needed. Case title scene, I think that's what we called it. Break. And then we'll just have I think as well we had those audio sources, so I'm going to have public, we'll keep it public, audio source, AS, no, hold on, main, yeah, audio source main, I think is what we call it. Audio source main. And then we're going to have another one that we're going to call audio source. Actually, let's go music source. Okay, sorry. This makes sense to me. Music source main, and this one will be music source off. And now, upon awake as well, we want to have music source main equals get component audio source, and music source off equals get components in children, and then 1. Okay, so what have I done here? So if you get component, it just looks for the first audio source on. So this is a cheapish bit of code. Now for me to get the second one, I can't directly say get the second component, but what I can do is we do this bit of code here, which says let's get all of the audio sources that are attached. In fact, I don't even know if I need the in children bit as well. I think we can just go like that. and that probably makes a bit more sense as well. So this is saying get hold of all of the audio sources, in which there's 2, and we're going to have the second one along, which is number 1, which still confuses me and still frustrates me to this day, because in any array which we have, so this is getting an array of all the audio sources, it starts off at number 0. So number 0 is the first audio source and number 1 is the second one. So what we should do is let's go make life a little bit easy on ourselves. Audio clip. So the difference between the audio source and the audio clip is the audio source is in many respects like the tape deck, right? That's the thing that can play the music, and the audio clip is the tape itself that you want to put in, or in this, I don't know why I'm using tapes, but is the actual song itself, so to speak, or the music itself. So audio clip, AC, my brain is like completely, I cannot come up with a good name to call it. Right, this is going to be the clip that we're going to play. So AC to play equals null. Okay, right. So what we're going to do now is have AC to play equals resources dot load audio clip, and we will find the right clip. So if we go into resources sounds, and I believe it's title music here, I'm going to go copy this path, and we'll get rid of all this, that's fine. Okay, now I still want to have if AC to play is not equal to null, then do something else. Debug.log, and then it's just going to be no music. Okay, with some more exclamation marks. So the purpose of this is ideally we have a particular track to play for every scene, but if somehow it gets through the cracks, we'll know about it and it'll be easy to spot that we can fix it. Okay, all right. So we have got hold. So what we've got so far is we've got hold of our audio clip that we're looking to play, and by following this, all right. And let's go, because we're going to have one for all the scenes. I always like to, well, not always, but sometimes I like to just try and keep it nice and neat. So when we're trying to put in all the other scenes, it shouldn't be quite as difficult to sort of put in. But for the time being, we're just going to worry about this one here. Okay. Right, so we've got hold of our AC to play. We've checked to see if it's not equal to null. And then now, this is where I've got to actually do a bit of a... I've got to kind of work out exactly how we can sort of do this, because obviously the first time it's playing, both of these audio sources are not going to be playing music. So in fact, what I should do as well, to make life a bit easy on ourselves as well, is we've got access to this. I'm just going to turn off both of these. All right, so that way it's only playing when I want it to play. And in theory, we've got 2 audio sources. This one should be the music source main, and this one should be music source off, and these will be referring to them. Okay, so so we just want to have a few little if gates to try and work out. In fact, public bool transitioning music. All right, and let's go have a coroutine. Private I enumerator. Private I enumerator. Switch music routine. Transitioning music equals true. Transitioning music equals false. And how exactly should we do this? Because there's a lot of things that are sort of going off in my mind that I've got to try and work out exactly how we're going to do this. Because what I want to happen is for this second audio source only to ever be active whilst music is transitioning, right? So what this is where it gets kind of a little bit spicy, right? So when we're playing track, let's just say the first time we play a track, it just goes on here and we just play it. And I still want the volume to sort of rise up slightly, right? But then if ever you want to swap music, right? I want to put this current clip into here, right, and play from the exact same point that it was playing from, like seamlessly, right, and make the volume 1 and then suddenly put the new track into this one here at volume 0 and move. I think I started putting code together and seeing how it works. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, KO2 fan, let's rock! Oh, how's it all going, man? Oh, it's good. Yeah, good to see you, man. We're working on transitioning music, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. Float main vol, I think, equals. Actually, no, we'll have old vol equals 1.0f. There we go. Right, so yield return null. Just want to kind of get that so we're not getting a constant guilt trip from this. And let's go have public float transition speed, which we'll have as 1 by default. And yeah, this will be a little bit switch music routine. Oh, we probably need the new audio clip as an argument, don't we? So we'll have AC to play. We'll put that as an argument, and then we just want audio clip AC to play. There we go. Okay. So even though this is looking incredibly, like, needlessly complicated, I think this makes the right sense as to what we're going to do. So now I want off music source off dot clip equals AC to play, and then music source off dot play, and I think there's right, okay, there's a way of getting it to play from a certain point in the play. Is it play one shot? No, it's not quite that, because there's a way of getting it to play from a certain point. Let's just have a little look. Play scheduled. Plays the clip at a specific time. Okay. All right. So that should be. I think I'm going into the complicated end straight away, but I think this should make dot time playback position in seconds. Okay, all right, and then music source main dot stop. Okay, all right. So we've got all of that. That's just fine. Okay, so what I'm going to experiment now, right? Obviously, we're going to have to do it bit by bit. So we now know that we've got this. This is fine. We're going to have change music according to scene. Okay. So let me just try and work this out, because what I want to do, I want to just check that this off is going to have the old music being played and is going to fade away. So actually, let me just get a few more variables in place. So we kind of want the music source off dot volume equals, I think 0.1, no, equals, I think 1.0 f, and that's going to be stop music source main right. Okay, hold on, I've got it slightly wrong here. Music source main dot clip dot clip. Yes, okay, right. So first of all, we're getting the off source to get hold of what is currently on the main one, and then we're getting it to play at this current time with volume 1, and simultaneously we're stopping the current music that's occurring here, and then we're going to have music source main dot clip equals AC to play, and then music source main dot play. Okay, and we also want the volume to be 0 as well. Okay, this looks ugly, and we can tidy it up later. I just want to know if this will work. 0.1 f equals 0.0 f. Okay. Because at the moment we still haven't dealt with having when you actually change the volume on your thing, but we're gonna get to that. That's no problem. Right. So now float new volume equals 0.0 f, while new volume is less than 1.0 f. Yield return null. New volume plus equals time dot delta time times by transition speed. So we'll have that as 1 just for the time being. And then we kind of want Control C. Actually, let's go make it a little bit easier on ourselves as well. I just want to make sure that we can't accidentally have the volume go over 1. So let me just put this in brackets. So this kind of means that we can't ever have the volume go over 1 because it has to check this and this to check this over. So that's okay. And let's go just right at the bottom here as well. Let's have a cheeky little debug.log, which is just going to be the new volume. Okay, and we want that to equal new volume, and we want we can almost do exactly the same code again. So, and we want the off to have 1.0f minus new volume. Minus new volume. Okay. And then right at the end, we want to have. So we then want to stop music source off dot stop and music source off dot clip equals null. Okay, and then we kind of want Control C, Control V. We want to just make sure that this volume is 1. Like I say, we're going to change this. We're going to make it proportional to the volume, but we're going to worry about that later. We're going to get to that. We just want to see if this works. So we don't really need that anymore, and we don't really need that anymore. And let's have a look. So I think the best way for us to test this, so we are purely testing this, change music according to scene. Now I want to quickly go over all of what we're doing to see if see if it's all good. Yes, awesome. Right, okay. Right. So we're changing music according to scene. So we're following this function here. It's assigning a clip to play. It's set as null. We're then swapping, getting the name of the scene and saying like, if it happens to be title scene, which is the one that we're going to test it on, we're setting this AC to be title music, okay? All right, and then we're checking to see that this isn't equal to null, because if it was any other scene, it would still equal null, and then we'd get this, right? But we're starting this bad boy, all right, and we're putting this AC to play in this routine, right? Then we're starting this transition music because we want to have a boolean that we can rely upon, and we're setting the music off. Do we just play? Do we just give it a try, see if it works? There's a couple of things we'll have to do to see if it to get it to work. Right, let me first of all turn this music off, and over here I'm just going to have play on awake, and let's go put this one over here. Actually, I want to do this one because this one's, yeah, okay. So if I were to, yeah, so at the moment we don't have it on full screen, which is probably for the best. I just want to see. So this is just when another track is playing. Okay. Now what we're hoping to see happen. It's a bit quiet, isn't it? No. Right. Okay. Tell me if that is too loud or too quiet, because I'm not 100% sure. It's very difficult to tell. Where do we go from here? So now I'm going to press Z, and first of all, let's have a look to see if they've lined up the way that they should be. It looks like it has, but there's no real way of us knowing for certain. So if I press Z now, we're hoping this clip here is going to go here, and it's going to play, and it's going to fade away. Oh yeah, one thing that we forgot to do, transition speed. I think I just want that as 1. Okay. Oh, that worked really well, didn't it? Okay. All right. I think that, okay, that felt too good. All right, that did actually feel too good. I'm worried because that worked way better than I thought it should do. Okay, all right. That's actually a that's really good for us. So, okay. So, oh. See, I still need to kind of like just hear it a few more times, just check that I have got it right. Because that transition speed felt a little bit. So what if I just have it to 0.25 so we can actually see exactly what's going on? Okay, that's almost right. So we're just having the transition speed a bit slower. Let's go, yeah, let's just try, say, 0.1. Because it's, yeah, because it is quite a difficult thing to sort out. And I kind of want to inspect this as I'm doing it, because I want to check that all the things... Right. That kind of sounded okay. Let's just try that again. Sorry, just that. Okay, so we're just having a look. We want that to go down there. Ah, okay. What seemingly is happening is it's resetting this music from the beginning. And that's not exactly what we want. Okay, so it is resetting the music, which isn't really what we want, I don't think. Oh no, maybe it is. There's no way of working out how far along each track is. Okay, right. I think we're definitely close. We're definitely close to being there. I need to work out a good sort of system to... Okay. All right, let's try another time, but I'm just... So I know... So what we're doing... So the first bit of this fight not in combat is just quite simple. So I'm just going to be very careful. Okay. Yeah, so the slight problem that we've got is when we're playing from here, it's seemingly playing... I don't actually know what plays schedule does. Plays the clip at a specific time on the absolute time that the... Okay, maybe it's not that. Play... I might go into just do a quick search because I just want to work out the. I wanted to make sure that like it's still going to continue playing. It's going to seem like quite seamless, but it's all about making sure the original old track that's going is still playing at the same rate that it was at the same place. Because at the moment it seems to be the old track just starts from the beginning and then fades down, whereas we want it to continue from. Anyway, let's go. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's an easier way of doing this. Right, Unity, audio, source, play from specific point. Let's see if that works. Oh, let's have a look. Play clip at point. Oh, here we go. That could be it. Oh, is this a legacy one? Oh no, this might be a legacy. Oh, maybe. Okay. Oh, I'll stop. Oh no, that's just no. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Okay, I've got the wrong thing. That's fine. We just got to work out how to play it at a particular time. Let's right. So audio source play. Say would it play halfway through? Let's have a look. Yeah, this one. Yeah, because we want to just work out how to play from a specific point. We don't want it to start right at the beginning. Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing a bit of internet searching. I realise this is probably isn't the most something that I probably should have looked into. Oh, wicked! Right, anyway, let me. Don't worry, I shouldn't be too long. I don't think it's. Yeah, I suppose it's audio Unity audio source play. Clip from number of seconds or something like that. No, that's not what it is. There's just got to be a certain point where we can just say like, tell it this particular time to play. So the reason I'm not actually showing any of this on stream is there really is nothing exciting to get to watch. Audio source play clip certain points in time. No. I mean, I could just kind of like give up on this. What does audio source.time mean? Oh. Can we actually just set the time? I think we can. Okay, so let me have a look. Right, okay, let's give this another try. Okay, so audio source dot time equals yeah, sorry, there's no music. I always feel a bit nervous when there's no music being played. Equals music main dot time and then music source off dot play. Okay. All right, let's give this a try. So, okay. So it's playing this now. Yes. Oh wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. Oh my gosh. I thought you had to like play it at a certain point, but essentially you're just saying give it a time and then it works. Okay, so it looks like it's good. Okay, right. So now we can just to check that this works. So now I've got this. This is going to make life an awful lot easier. Okay, all right. Right. So now let's give this another test. Yeah. Okay, right, that might not seem like that big a win, but we have actually now worked out. Let's go get rid of some of these debugs. We are on track. Okay, so we haven't actually called this function at any point, and this looks like an awful lot of code to put in, but I think we do need all of this. Like it feels ugly. I won't agree. I won't lie to you. This really doesn't feel good or anything, but I think this is essentially the code. This is the ugly code that we need. Right. So now, yeah. Sorry, I'm turning on the background music so that I feel slightly less. I don't know. I just need some sort of music on the background. So it looks like we have kind of nailed it. So what we should do is upon starting and now we could have a boolean here which will be something like seamless transition. No, maybe we should just have a separate one. So this is all good. So what we need to do now is get the map music and other music, and just work it out. So case. I've got to remember the names of all the scenes now. And we've got to make it somehow attach it so that when we're changing scene, like as soon as the next scene starts, we then like transition the music. So let's see how this goes. Right, so we can get rid of this. And we want this to equal none. Okay. And I'm just intrigued as to what's going to happen now. Oh wait, sorry, I need to just turn this off so I can hear this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I think the only reason that we're having this problem where it's starting the music again is entirely just because it's trying to play the same one. I'm not too worried about that for the time being. Okay, right. So now we need to fit this in, but we need to get the correct music for all the stuff. So let's find out what the exact scene names are so I don't get any mistakes. So what are the important ones that we want? The victory screen, we're still kind of working on that. I think, sure, we can save, that's fine. Test map. So I'm going to just copy that and go case test map AC to play equals resources dot load audio clip. Right, okay, now that I feel we're on top of it, I'm going to give myself a timer of 1 hour, right? Which will be, let's see, how long is 1 hour in seconds? Let me switch this on. That's 10 minutes. So I think it's, if I just put a cheeky little 3 there. Okay, all right, 1 hour starting from now. Let's go. Let's see if we can sort out everything we need from music within this 1 hour. Because I've got another thing that I'm looking to do as well. So this is map music. Let's go copy this path. Chuck this in here. Let's go keep this on because I've got a bit more coding. Okay. Case. I think it's just main game, isn't it? Main game, yeah. Main game. AC to play equals resources dot load audio clip. I know I could have copied and pasted, but I don't need to too much. This is going to be fight not in combat. Let's go copy this path. Control V. Okay, so now now we're in the master script. Let's have a look at the change scene. Let's find out everything that happens in here. And see where it all goes. So it looks like it's loading this scene here. So this is probably the point at which we want to actually swap it. So hopefully the scene will have loaded at this point. So actually maybe we should have it when it opens. Open scene. Open scene routine. I've got some like greened out ones because I think these are old routines that we didn't need before. So if I have, I think about here sounds good. So we're going to have change. Oh yeah. So music master script dot instance dot change music according to scene. Right, let's go. Okay, is this going to work? Is this all going to be smooth? Is everything going to be fantastic? Is it going to be the greatest thing, greatest transition in? Right, we'll have to mute to find out. Okay, so let's go into the title scene. All right, we're going to press play. First of all, is it going to play straight away? Okay, yes. All right, now if we're looking to just do a new game, no, no. Let's see. What's wrong? So, I suppose we could have actually looked at a few things. So, I'm gonna just try it again. Maybe it just didn't open the scene. So I just want to see if either this goes true or any of this stuff happens when we go into new game, because it might just completely ignore it. Okay, it completely ignored it. I wonder why that is the case. Right, so change music according to scene. Maybe when we're actually in the map scene, it's not opening the scene like we normally would, like it normally would. So let's have a look at the main thing here. Map test, edit script. Let's find out. So upon start, it actually does create the Destiny map. All right, this is all the thing. Oh, it looks like we just simply don't open the thing. Okay, so if that's the case, we might have to input it manually, but that's still no problem whatsoever. So I think we still keep that debug. So when you say the Settlers, now I played the original Settlers in like as in the original one on the Amiga, where you had like paths and stuff. Is this like a new, like where you had to make paths and mines and houses, and I think you had castles, which sounds actually a little bit generic, but there was a big thing where you had to route that. Is that like from the same like I don't know, is it like essentially a continuation from the original? Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, I love that game, because that was one of those games where you actually did have a co-op mode in, like on the original one, but you needed two mice or two mouses, I suppose. Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely love that game. And yeah, as for the Blood Bowl, I think that's got a bit of a sort of I think I would call it a cult following. Though I've never played it myself, but I knew a few people that absolutely, because it was a little bit like sort of Warhammer 40k, I think, except it was Blood Bowl, so it was kind of like sort of a mix between like either American football or rugby and Warhammer 40k, and I was like, oh, that sounds brilliant, but I never really quite got into it. Oh, that's brilliant. So what are you going to go for first, though? That's the that's the important question. Right, open scene. Let's go. Let's go. Right. So open scene. Oh, let's have a look. So, I'm trying to work out. I'll switch a bit of. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, no, here's where, like, that's so cool. Oh my god. I think it's always nice when you hear, like, it's like, oh, you know someone who actually helped make that game. It's like, ah. So we are calling this at some point. I'm trying to work out, create Destiny map. Right, there we go, over here again. Where exactly is this in proportion to everywhere else? So let's go to here again, go to definition, open scene routine. So it should, so I'm just going to say something like, I'm going to have a little debug .log, just saying, in fact, let's go into here, because I just want to go to definition, Control C, Control V, function has been called. Alright, I just want to check to see if it is actually playing. Maybe I just didn't save it here, I don't know. Let's try this again. Anyway, right, I'll have to switch the music off. So we're currently in fact, let's go just straight with this test map, see if it plays the music. Okay. Okay, it does play the music. Now if I go back to title, right. Ah, so the problem is, it looks like when we're actually swapping scenes, it doesn't seem to open the scene how we like it to. Right. So we're close. Just got to work out. So I'm just having a quick. Sorry, I'm looking through all of this. Let's get rid of this. We don't really need that for the time being. So I'm just going to look at the debug, just check if the function has been called and why it's not working. You played the original Blood Bowl tabletop game and have the latest tabletop. Oh, nice! Bought the video game but never really got into them. Oh, fair play. Like, I think, yeah, like I say, I think I remember where I used to work, I had a friend who absolutely just loved Blood Bowl, like, more than anything. He was just, like, literally, it was almost his life was playing Blood Bowl. It was just brilliant. Like, and I think, because it's a little bit like, sort of, I mean, I kind of imagined it as a little bit like sort of Warhammer, because do you get like different figures? I can't remember now. It's been a bit too long. But I remember watching him playing one of the Blood Bowl games as well. Right, so that plays fine. The function has been called. All right. So now we're going to go back to title. Oh, so the function has been called. Ah, right. So we have an interesting problem. So, for whatever reason, it can only do this transition thing once. So why is that the case? Main game master. I'm not sure why I need that. So let's go into this function has been called. Okay. And then we've got hold of the title scene. Right. And then we've just got to work out why this switch here hasn't worked. So let's go. Let's have a little bit here saying routine started, because I just kind of got to work out routine started and mid-routine. Mid-routine, that's fine. Okay, so we're just kind of like essentially trying to work out why this one here is only, it only seems to work the first time the scene is being played, and then why it's not in any other way. Okay, so, oh yeah, didn't press play. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's mid-routine, everything's fine. Alright, so if we actually have a little look here, I'm just going to scroll all the way to the top here. The function's been called. We know it's a test map because that's the thing. The routine has started, and then it's doing all of this stuff. Okay, now we're going to go back to title. Right, okay, definitely, we're close, we're getting there. So, this here, right, so the function has been called, it knows that it's the title scene, the routine has started, and it has literally only spent one frame in this routine. That's probably where we're struggling. Oh, yes! Oh, yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, everything's fine. The world is in order. I think it is. So let me just. Maybe it's. I mean, it should be fine. I think it's to do. Oh no, maybe not. So. This is already set to 0, right? And it's as if the transition speed is so big. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. So I think we need to keep an eye on this number here. So if I were to press play now. So transitioning music, that's all fine. Okay, and then back to title. Doesn't work. Okay, right, let's try and work out why this is the case. What if I actually just pressed... Oh, so it is... That's very interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, so maybe... yeah, it's got to be the timing in which it's being done. So, at the moment, we've got this over here. I mean, potentially, let's just see how viable this is. It might not be particularly great. And also, what I will do before I forget is if we go onto here... Okay, we just wanted to make sure this was one. So this might work now, because we were actually waiting for the full scene to load up before it changes. So that seems fine. Okay. Now we'll go back to title. Here we go. Look at this. All right. So, right, okay. It looks like we have got a whole other problem that I haven't worked out how we're going to deal with this. So something's missing here. What's it actually saying? The object type of Music Master script has been destroyed, but you're still trying to access it. Your script should check if it is null. So that doesn't quite make an awful lot of sense to me. Right. This one requires quite a bit of thought, to be honest. Right, let's try and work this out. So I have a feeling that we might have... Yeah, so that's an interesting problem. So right, let's have another look at that error message, because that doesn't quite make any sense. So the object type of this has been destroyed. Okay. So what's the... If I go over here, change according to scene, and then because at no point should that why is that where the problem lies? So right, okay, we might be running into actually like kind of a problem that might not necessarily be fixable, because I was kind of hoping we could always just get access to this one, and that might not be the case. So what we can do now, I just want to keep track to see if these still remain viable. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we've got access to both of these right now, and then we're going to go back to title scene. Okay, and then we just run into the error message. Okay. Yeah, so why would that be destroyed? Because we've attached it to it permanently, so it shouldn't ever really do that. Oh, at least we get to hear this music for a bit longer. Okay. So routine started. So it gets all the way here. Right. Right. Sorry, I'm hearing someone calling. Right. Okay. Right. So we're still a little bit stuck. Just got to try and work out why, when transitioning scenes, it's giving us some grief. Okay. Right. Sorry. Let's have a look. So why is that? Can I have? Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because why would it not be able to get this far? Yet, right? If we... So we just want to make sure we've got hold of... This is the thing that we're looking at right now. So if I go back to title... Okay, it's been destroyed. Maybe it's just destroyed at that instant, I'm not sure. Okay. Right, I might have to work out another way to do it. So maybe I should just have instance equals this. I can't imagine that working. But let's just give it another shot. This will be a bit of trial and error. Okay, so we're still running into this problem because it's definitely there. It's like I don't know how to convince the convince Unity that it's like this thing really does exist. Why does it give me an error message there? Okay, right. Okay, I've got another idea. I think I know what the problem is. Okay, we're going to try something. It's going to seem it's going to seem a bit inefficient, but if we have actually, hold on, Control Z. Right, I just want to keep that there, but we're going to have get components music master script dot change music according to scene. Okay, I just want to see if this does work, because at the moment it's just throwing out a bunch of error messages. Here we go. Okay. Oh no, not resume game. Back to title. Okay, that wasn't the smoothest transition I've ever heard, but that kind of worked. So if we go back to resume game, and let's just say resume here. Okay, alright, that seems to have worked. It pains me that we have to do that, but now let's just see if I can move this up here and see if it still works. So that way it will seem a bit smoother, the transition. Let's give this a shot. So the reason this all becomes a bit confusing is because it doesn't know what it's accessing. So back to title. Okay. All right. I think we're on board. I think we've solved that problem. Okay. Resume. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we've got the so that's actually, to be honest, that's the what I considered the easy bit, but now we've got something a little bit tricky, but hopefully it will be hopefully it will kind of work quite well. Right. So this is going to be coding for a little bit. So music back on. Here we are. So what we're looking to do now is, so before I was mentioning these particular 3 tracks over here, right? This one is exactly the same length as this one. So these 2 are the same length. Damn, okay, sorry, let me move my head up just over here so I can explain. So at the bottom here, it's saying 2 minutes 49 seconds. And this one is 2 minutes 49, and this one is 1 minute 53, which incidentally, and I've done the maths, is exactly 2/3 of the 2:49. Okay, you're just gonna have to trust me on that. Right? Why is that of any relevance? Like, who cares? Shut up. No. I'll explain why that's relevant. Because what we're looking to do is we're looking to oh yeah, they also all need to loop as well. Sorry. One thing which I just haven't done yet. We actually do just want these by default to loop. Here is where things are going to get quite a little bit spicy, right? So we're on the Music Master script. I'm going to go Control MO. We have now got to have a public void swap now. I've just got to try and work out exactly how I want to do this. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I think we have a public enum music type. I think we have music type. Okay. Right. Now I just want to get the and this will be map in map out of combat and in combat. Actually no, we'll have combat out, combat in. This will make sense. It looks like we do need a semicolon. Sorry, the reason I'm switching over is I just need to know the syntax that goes into doing this. Okay, so swap. So this will be swap to specific music. No, yeah, seamless. Seamless. Seamless swap of music. All right, now we want music type. Music type. Okay. And here is where it just gets a little bit interesting, because what we're looking to do is swap from the map music to the title, to like the combat music, sort of smoothly. So I think we work on that and then we work on next bit. So okay, switch. Right. I definitely should have thought this through. Normally I sort of have a good sort of map of how I'm going to do it at the beginning of a stream, whereas this one didn't do that at all. So we just need to have a look, see where we're at. Okay. So we can use a lot of this code. In fact, we can use so much of it that I'm just going to actually copy this. Seamless switch music routine. Okay, so we're going to have so that's all going to be fine, but I think right at the beginning we want so yeah, I'm going to have float current point in music equals this here. Okay, so we've stopped this one. Now we're going to go music source main. Equals current point in music, dot time. Okay. Right. Okay. Here we go. So this will essentially put it back to the original point. So switch. Actually, except over here, we want music type. Music type. And then we can have start coroutine. Yeah, this is music type. Okay, so putting this as an argument, now we can have we're going to have an error message over here because we haven't got an AC to play. AC to oh yeah, audio clip AC to play equals null. Okay, now switch music type. Right, so case public music type current type music type old type. Okay, so now so float multiplier equals 1.0f. Okay, right, now switch current type case music type dot map break now switch music type case music type music type dot map. Yeah, hopefully this will make sense like in the end, but multiply I think does actually want to be called one, so that's fine. Case music type dot combat out. I'm putting, what's the expression, you're making a rod for your own back here. I'm making this quite complicated, but hopefully, like I say, better to make a rubbish version, see if it works, and if it does, you can work on getting it better. So, multiply equals 2.0f over 3.0f. Okay. And we can actually have case music type dot combat out. He's going to do exactly the same thing. Okay. So now we want something similar, but we're going to change some of the numbers. So Control C, Control V. Break. So the actual combat in music, this is going to be 1.5, and that is just going to be 1.0f. Okay, so current music point equals that. And now we're going to have float new and then current point in music. Yes, actually does equal that. Right, okay. Right, so we want the off clip to still play at the regular time that it's supposed to, which is fine. And this one to play at the point which actually makes sense. Okay. Alright. So okay. Right. I think this is all the code that we need to do. I now need to make an update here. Oh yes, also after all of this bit's been done, we now want to have current type equals equals okay. Alright, so what is all of this? What am I doing? Am I going crazy? Have I just been doing a bunch of really complicated stuff that doesn't make much sense at all? The answer is probably yes. But if we test it, we see if it works, and then I'm going to try and hopefully explain what I've been actually doing this past well about 20 minutes of just being incredibly like zoned out. Right, okay, so here we are. Right. So X is going to be seamless swap of music to music type.map. C and V. And I kind of want to just check to see these aren't being used for anything else. So that needs to be combat out, and this is going to be combat in. Okay. Right. So we need to see if this works. So we're just going to swap between these two, because the idea is the tracks are going to swap, but it's going to seem like quite seamless. It's like, for example, when you're playing a game like Dark Souls and you get to a second phase, it's not as though they start an entirely new track from scratch. That it just the song becomes more epic. So the way which I would imagine they do that is they've got one track going on which is quite low, just almost ambient, right? And then as soon as the boss comes on, they actually take over that track at the same point, so that it plays. So it just feels like the music just becomes more epic. Whereas I think they just fade out the old track and put in a new track that still stays along in the same beat as the other one. It gets a whole layer more confusing when you have a particular track that you want to be faster, which is exactly. Essentially, it's the same track, but it's obviously got different notes and It's got a slightly different sound and different instruments, but it's still the same beat, except for it's 2/3 the size, meaning that it goes through everything 50% faster. So we're gonna kind of experiment with this, see how this works. I think if we're on the test map now, this will be the most useful way to do this. This might not work, so let's just see. Okay. Oh, right, okay. Error message. Everything's close. That's definitely close. That was not exactly what I was expecting, but that's okay. Let's see what's actually happening over here. So it's as if... Oh, have we not actually got the audio clip yet? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. So let's just go Control C. Yep, I just don't think we got the audio clip. That's fine. Easy. Okay, easily sorted. I forgot to actually get the audio clip. So AC to play equals resources.load audio clip. Let's get rid of that. We just need to find these audio clips. Yeah, I forgot to actually get them, I think. So copy path. Control V. Because once we have this online, we'll have to do a bit more shuffling, but this should hopefully end up quite nice. Let's get that. Control C, V. Okay. Right. I apologise for the lack of music. I realise, yeah. Okay, now we just need to find the thing. So, fight in combat. Oh. Right, and then not in combat. Let's go copy this path and okay, right. And I guess what we probably need to do as well, just to be on the safe side, I think it's there by default, but if we have a look at this. So I don't think we need this old type at all, but the current one is set to map. Okay, and that is important. So let's see how this works. Okay, so now we're looking to swap it. Ah. Yes, okay. All right, believe it or not, this has worked. So even though you might not be able to fully appreciate this, so I've only done these ones because this is the sort of map-like version. So yeah, this is the sort of slightly more quaint when you're in combat, but there's no actual combat occurring. Yeah, okay, this actually works. So I know this doesn't sound that exciting, but we've managed to actually transition from one music to another. Now we're going to try the big one, which might give some error messages. Ah, okay. Okay, it kind of works. I feel like I must have got something slightly wrong here. I think I've just misaligned some of these things. So, but I think this almost works. I think if I just XCV. So let's go to definition. So AC to play. This almost works. It's so close to working. The only problem is it's the letters haven't lined up. So what I should be happening when I press V, this should be the quick sort of like the sort of electric guitar-y version. And even though the transitions are quite smooth, it's not quite doing the thing that I want it to do. Okay, I'm just checking to see if these are being used anywhere else. Find all references. V. Okay, good. Right, so we're just going to have another test, try and work out exactly why it's not doing quite what we want it to do, but it's very close. So I'm pressing C right now. So yeah, for some reason it assumed C, which is the combat out music, whereas, and so it has got combat out there. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, I think I know the problem, and I think it's very easily fixed. Let's stop this. I think I've switched on the wrong thing. This has to be music type. I mean lowercase music type. Okay, I think we're on board now. I think this should work now. Right, here we go. There is obviously one other little problem that we've got, which I'm going to fix shortly. So we've now got the map music, but then when you go into the original combat, it's the slightly more quaint one, but then suddenly you're in combat. Yes, okay, right. I know this is awfully quiet, but I think we finally actually cracked it. We finally got ahead. We've actually worked it out. So now it's just a matter of putting this into the actual game, but it does work. Let's just fix one. Let's just get rid of some of these debugs because they're going to be annoying me. Let's go find all of these. All of these culprits. So we are getting there. We are getting there. Oh. Just like to make a bit more space here. Okay. We still want to keep that one. Right, okay, so what has been the purpose of all of this? Right, so the purpose of all of this is, okay, cool, yeah, we've got music back on, okay, is so's that, because when you're actually playing a game in a battle, I want to make it so that when you end your turn, there's going to be a sort of almost a panicky like electric guitar music, which is like your enemy's turn, where they either jump forward or they attack, and so there's a kind of seamless transition. Right, so what we need to do now is so we're almost there. There's only one little bit which I just want to make sure. It's like, because I always think, what happens if you have am I looking at the right bit of code? Current point in music. So I just want to have if let's actually, this should be quite easy. We're going to have a debug.log open brackets current point in music, and then debug.log ac to play.length, and then I kind of want to have if ac if current point in music is greater or equal to ac to play.length, current point in music equals 0.0f, because that way it can't, like, because I'm worried that it's like if you're making a switch it might not quite work. If it's right at the end of the track, the maths might not quite work out, and we'll be setting this time to a point in music that doesn't exist. So like Yeah, so I just kind of want to have that. So let's just kind of check these numbers roughly line up when we're transitioning. See where it goes. Let's try again. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah. I realise a lot of this is me listening. This is definitely one of those episodes where if you're not able to hear much, or if you've got me on mute, you're going to be like, what is he doing? Right, okay. I'll put my head back to the bottom. It's like, I didn't want it to be upside down. There we go. Right. Right, fantastic. Okay. Right, so we're all sorted. I need to quickly go to the toilet. I'll be just back in a sec. Right, okay, cool, we're back. It looks like I managed to get the vague thing sorted in time. I don't know if I can do the next bit quite so smoothly. So what we're looking to do is essentially use that transition every time like we go from the map to the like battle scene and back again, and every time we're in the like battle scene, we're swapping from the enemy being in charge, or it's being the enemy's move, and then okay, right, so yeah, right, so we'll try and work that out. So with that knowledge in mind, what I should be doing, and I think we can make it a bit easier on ourselves actually. I've been trying to do a complicated thing, so we don't need. Oh yes. Control K W. Nope, not that. Okay, there is a way of just me commenting all of this out because we don't need this. So let's find all these references. So what I kind of want to do is where we've got here. We don't really need it here. Right, so I'm going to go Control X, Control S, and then let's have a look. So just got to work out exactly what we're doing at the moment. So on our title scene, we've got a title master go. Let's edit this script. Alright, so upon start, begin title. I think absolutely opening thing, kapow, let's just do that. I want to see, just check that works. So again, sorry, I'm having to swap music on and off. It's a bit pain. It's a bit of a pain. I want to see if that works, and then right, we've got an error message straight off the bat because this. Oh, because we can't get component, of course not. That should be. Yeah. Music master script dot instance dot change scene. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Right, so it plays it without too much problem. Okay. Right. Now, what we have got to do is we've got to work out when we're changing scenes, if we're swapping straight from like the title to the map, we want to start the map music from the beginning. So let's go into our test map. It's a really sort of fancy idea. I don't even know if this is going to be worth it the whole time, but I think I just like the idea that music's sort of swapping seamlessly into a different version of the same tune. I just quite like that as an idea. Create destiny map. So what we kind of want to do, and I've got to work out how we can do this. So we need to check to see if it's coming from like what the last scene was. If the last scene was the was a combat scene, then we want to. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we want to swap back. So I think I need if. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just green. Right. If the last scene was a combat scene, seamless, yeah, seamless transition, else map music from start. Yes, it's been it's looking a lot nicer. Yes. I think it's starting to. It's also, just to let you know as well, the humidity. I was literally hitting as high as 84%, but now we're as low as 64%, and yeah, it turns out I think like kind of it is worth having some heating at some point. You've got to be a human. How are you doing then, man? Right. So this is going to be a bit of fun. I just don't know how we can actually know. We need to have a boolean to let us know. Okay, I think I know a pretty decent way of finding out. Because this one, it's going to be such a specific problem. So if we just have here, we're going to have a new boolean. It doesn't need to save between save and load. We're going to have public bool. Music coming from combat. And then at every point when we're changing scene, let's have a look at this. So I just want to have music coming from combat equals C dot. Oh yeah. So scene manager dot get active scene dot name is equal to, and then we just want to have, I think it's called main game. Okay, right, this should hopefully work. So let's just so we're just gonna do a bit. Oh wow, yes, I'm winning on the humidity wars. You know you've hit middle age when you have a discussion on the humidity in the room. Well, I think we're finally there. It's like we're finally a man. Right. Discussing heating bills and humidity. Yeah, we're finally there. We finally made it. Right. I don't know. So what we actually can do is let's go make life again a little bit easier. Where are we on the master scene here? Music coming from combat equals, yeah. So debug.log music coming from combat. We just want to keep an eye on that. So if we go into the the title scene to begin with, we're just going to keep an eye on that boolean and probably get rid of the other different debug things that we don't need. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, sorry, it's having two different tunes on. Right, okay. So now I'm just going to go to resume. It doesn't matter too much. I just want to see if we get a boolean. So that's false, and that's correct because we're going from the title scene. Now, if we go into the combat scene, hopefully this will. Oh, actually, I might need to. Okay, I might have to quickly cycle through this because we want to just quickly get to a fight. And yeah, okay, it's all right. This way shouldn't take too long. Get all of these. Okay, so I'm just going to press. In fact, let's go. We'll keep track of all these because I want to get rid of these eventually. Right. So now we are about to go into a fight. Okay, and if we look at the bottom, this should still be false. Okay, right, which is fine. That's exactly what we want. This is still false. But now we are in the main game. Right. I want to go. Oh, interesting. Okay. Escape. We're going to go back to title. And we've got true. Okay. Why is that boolean valid? Why does that matter? Who cares? Who cares about that boolean? I care. Right, okay, so that everything it's all about that particular boolean, right? So we know this changes, so the only important thing, yes, okay, so because you can only ever go into that combat scene from the map scene, whereas, yeah, so so now we're at this point, we're going to go back into our map test script. Right, now we can actually start putting this green stuff into fruition, make it work. So if master.script.instance music coming from combat else. So here we now want music master script dot instance dot change music according to scene. Okay, but this one we want to have music master script dot instance dot seamless swap of music. Okay. Oh yes, and we want it to be music master dot music type dot map. Okay, all right. I think we're on board. Okay, right. So this has dealt with that bit. We just need to deal with the combat. So let's go into the main scene and see if everything works. So at the moment there should be no music playing because we have no reason to play any music. Let's give this a try. So, oh my, might have to get a new chair at some point. Main game master, edit script. Right. So So the reason we're going into this is because unless I'm mistaken, right. Oh. Huh. Am I looking at the right thing? I guess I am. Okay, all right. So I literally am only finding this out now. I have got like the main function which starts everything in the main game, which is the most important thing in the entire game. I've actually called the function summon deck routine. I don't know why. It should just be like start everything. But like it does essentially start everything, including the deck, but it does all of this. It's like here is everything needed to start the whole scene, and we've just called it summon deck routine. I feel like I'm just going to keep it like that for the time being. So now we want to have music master script dot instance dot seamless swap of music to be dot combat out. Okay. So that should be fine. Let's go get this music on. Keep it rocking over there. And now we want to make sure that when you actually press end turn, it swaps to the sort of combat-y, like electric guitar, like the in combat music, which will be here somewhere, won't it? Let's have a look. I think I've just got an end turn master script, so let's edit this script. Right. And end turn. And I probably should have kept track of what we were at. We want main game master script because we want this bit of code. So end turn. So I think if we just have it here, combat in. And I think we can just have combat out. Okay, is that actually all we need to do? Right, the only problem that we've got is we haven't really dealt with what happens if you're trying to call the function twice, because that is a massive complication that will make everything really, really, really frustrating and difficult, but that's okay. So now we're going to go into, I think we want to check all the simulations at the same time. So there's a few things that we'll have to check at the same. So I'm going to quickly turn music off. We're going to go back into the title scene and press play. And we want to have this bad boy. Okay, so title music. This is kind of what we're looking at. This is our, this is the important stuff, right? So at the moment it's title music. So now I'm going to go into a new game. That's fine. All right, and now it's going to do nothing. It's going to do nothing. I wonder why. Let's find out. Map test script. Okay. So. Okay. Create destiny map. Ah. Okay. I think I just need this bit of code. Let's just go. Oh, I thought I pressed Control X. Control X. We'll chuck that. And we want to have it just after we've opened the scene, which is over here. So maybe I just chuck it over here. All right. So let's try this again. So back into the title music. All right, then new game. Okay, all right, we're running into the same problem that we had before, which is kind of annoying, but it's perfectly fixable, right? So what we need to do is map test. So frustratingly, for whatever reason, this singleton, it's as if it just changes, and I don't fully understand why. I mean, okay, I'm going to experiment with something, and I don't know if this is going to work. But let's actually, like, because if this does work, it will fix so many problems in the future. Right, let's go edit this script, right? So what's happening? Upon awake, well, this is the main master thing. Ah, it doesn't. That's a shame. Because, yeah, so what we've done is we said don't destroy on load, all right? And, oh gosh. Yeah, so it doesn't work. Okay, no worries. We'll have to just do a slightly more processor intensive response, because saying don't destroy and load means this is the game object that's holding the thing that's got all the music on, right? And it's just so it should always be able to access it. Whereas when we're trying to do when I'm trying to do this, it's as if, in fact, let's just say. Debug.log. I just want to check music master script.instance is equal to null. Okay. All right. So this one I think would mean that it's true. So let's just have a look. So we just want to swap to the scene and just check that it does say that debug is true, because if it's true, that means it does equal to null. So new game. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. So, how would we get hold of this? I mean, yeah, there's an easy way of doing it. It feels so inefficient to do it every time. Yeah. So yeah, the problem that we've got is, for whatever reason, upon opening a scene, we can't get hold of this singleton. So I mean, I can fix it. All I need to do is just have if I was to have music master script dot instance equals find object of type music master script. Let's see if that does work, right? Not that I really want to be doing this bit, because when you're finding an object, that's quite an expensive bit of code. But I just want to see if that does work. try again. If this doesn't, then we can do other things. Okay. Okay, and what I should do, I should actually just get this back to being a monster. So, while we're here. So, I think if we have on attached to the master script, I think we're going to have maybe right at the bottom. We're going to have public void, no, public music master script get music master. If music master script dot instance is equal to null, then music master script dot instance equals get component music master script return music master script dot instance. This doesn't feel great, but if now every time we use, let's go find all these references. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Right. So all of here, instead of doing this, we're just going to kind of go through it one by one. We're going to say, actually no, let me just, let's go for the title one first. We're going to have, even though, yeah, it feels like a bit of a heavy bit of code, but we need to have master script dot instance dot get music master dot change scene. So let's just see if that works, and then we can hopefully just do that for all of the others. It does feel inefficient. No part of this feels right, but okay, so that works. Okay. So now we just need to find every time that we're using that as instance and just change it. So let's do all the map stuff first. So map test script. Don't really need that anymore. We don't need that. We just want to have master script dot instance dot get music master. Control C. Chuck this over here. Control V. Yeah. So I think we're just going to kind of accept that. We're going to accept that there's not a more efficient way of getting hold of this music master, which is fine. Okay, and we want to do it for all the others as well. Don't think this is necessary. References. So get a tech. We don't really need this, but I'll keep it in just to be on the safe side. Yeah. So this should still be okay. Yeah, so that's going to still puzzle me for time to come as to why it loses that reference. Okay. So now where's the music master script? Let's just find all the references here. So the only time we're ever actually calling upon this directly is when it's first created and all these other times. Okay, right, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do very quickly now as well is main game master, no, map test script. Create destiny map. If it's mid-campaign, else. We just want to get to the bit where we're actually setting our this one, procedurally create Big Daddy map. Let's go to this definition. The only thing we want to do is just make our we can get rid of this and we can get rid of that. This was purely, I set this last episode. It just means that we get a monster straight away, so it should be easier. Okay, right, so where are we up to? Okay, let's switch this off. Okay, right, will this all work? Will everything work really, really well? In fact, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. I don't want it to be too heavy. I just want to really be able to hear the music. Okay, so new game. So that was okay, that's a swapping, okay. Now, so this is a bit of a sort of tingly tune. And it's still the tingly tune. Right, why is that the case? Okay, so that's now it's the monster. Now it's going back into there. Yeah, okay, that does actually sound good. Because it's like, it still gets the same bit of music, but it's like different, yeah. So now we want to actually do this fight, which I really should have actually thought about slightly. Okay, I want to make sure we do this fight so that right, is that going to get really annoying after a period of time? I don't know. Only time will tell. I don't know if I can actually kill it. I probably should have actually started playing this game properly. Yeah, okay, that's quite nice though. I don't know if I can kill him quick enough. I mean, there is actually a good reason as to why I do want to actually kill this enemy. Oh, he might just be hitting himself out of range. Oh gosh. Right. Okay, 41. Alright, he's just doing a normal attack now. That's it. Oh, I've done the wrong thing. Never mind. I don't think I'd quite kill him. No, because we've got no way of defending. Okay. So I kind of want to go back to the title and just check it swaps back to the... Ah, okay. Alright, so it didn't swap back to the title scene. There's probably a good reason for that. Title scene. Okay. I might have to. So that's false. Debug log. Yep. Okay. All right. Why? Yeah, that's the thing. Whenever I'm making any game at all, music always feels like it's the afterthought. It's like, well, we've got to put music in at some point, you know. So I'm actually, obviously, I'm coming into a few problems, but that's okay. We're getting most of it done. We're getting there. Right. So I've got to work out why going back into the title scene didn't play. So let's just go right from the beginning roots and try and work out why it didn't work. Okay. I apologise. This one probably hasn't been the most interesting of streams, but we're getting there. We're doing important things. They're not quite as interesting. It's like what I kind of want to do, because I've got a few ideas for cards that I want to introduce, and I also want to change enemy moves. So play. Okay, that's good. Now, so back to the title. Huh. So that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So what if I just always did Control C, Control V there. Okay, we're just going to give this a shot to see if it works. Because if that's the case, it's not the end of the world. It just feels so weird. It feels weird that it just doesn't work how I want it to work. So it seems to always work the first time. All right. And then when we go into here, right, that switch seemed pretty smooth. And now we're going to go back to the title scene. So it does work. Okay. All right, so with that knowledge in mind now, we can go resume. Okay. Right, and then we're going to actually try and win this fight. I've actually put it on a slightly harder difficulty. That's why we're struggling slightly. So let's go maximise. Right, so we are actually looking to win now. And I think our best bet is if we actually try and get some defenders and we just keep trying to... So it's all about getting as much defenders as we can so we can keep the archers alive. So I think we're just going to go double, double, and that. So now, yeah, it's all about just keeping a line of defence. And we want to play this when we can. Right. So we want these. We want to keep building this line up, and I think I'm just going to go full defenders and archers. I'm not going to worry about attackers. So now he's enraged, so he's going to be attacking he's going to be doing bigger attacks each time. Have a metal wall and double defenders. Right, because we kind of, provided we can keep surviving the attacks, these are going to keep hitting. So we should get there. So he's healing himself up. He didn't seemingly heal himself up for that much, but we'll worry about that later. Don't worry. Okay. I think I might have actually just got one of the numbers wrong somewhere. Right, I think if I just go full attack now, we should be okay just defeating him. I think we're fine. Yes. Okay, so then it goes back in. Okay, right, believe it or not, we have actually got there. It's taken a while. It hasn't been super super pretty on the way over, but we've actually got the thing that we want to do. Right, we're sorted. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Right. So, yes, okay, fantastic. Right, let's have a look. You know what? Now that we have actually got that sorted, I mean, it has been a struggle. It has been a struggle. Oh, geez, I can't upgrade. Yeah. I want to just see how far I can go now. I might just have a little play. So we have found a bit of an error message already, or a bit of a problem. This is why it's quite nice to just play just every now and then, just to work out what needs fixing and stuff. So when that slime was healing himself, he only healed himself for 8, whereas he should have healed himself for like 20 or something. Right, we're going to stick with the same plan as we did before, where we're going to try and build up a defence and make rangers behind it. So I think I can go like this, metal wall, and this one gives us 5 rangers because it's been upgraded. So it's all about getting defenders and rangers behind them so that they can survive. So yeah, one of those, beautiful turn. I think we start with that and then have one of these. I think that's all we need for the time being. So he's still going to attack us, but we can defend it quite nicely. So now he's healing himself a little bit at the end of every turn. Right, that's destroying our armour on our attackers, which doesn't matter. So let's get some more. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you can hear the sort of seamless transition between the tracks. Right, just keep the defense. Our archers will keep us covered till victory. Yes. I think we're getting there. Right, so we just go 1, 2. Now here's where it gets interesting. I am not going to, even though I've got 1 mana left and I've got this metal wall and I can give armour to all of these. That sounds like a good thing. The only problem is this. Destroys the armour and he heals for each bit of armour destroyed, so it's actually worse to play this. So I'm actually just going to leave it. Right, so now I think we're fine. We can just go. Yeah, right. Right, yep. Cool. So we've actually got music swap kind of how I want it now. Ooh, right. If you end up... Oh, I quite like this. This one's definitely the most fun. I think we just go for this. Right, so this one adds a bunch of totems to our hand. So it can be really useful. But you don't have any control over what the totems are. I don't know. I think we go with another Bees Ranger recruit. Right, so we don't need that could be a thing. No, I think we just stick with something useful. So we've got quite a few more totems now. Anyway, I won't do the full run. I feel like I'll just maybe do this battle and then I'll see, like, because what we actually need to do as well is, it's a couple of things. Two things at once here. So number one, we can do that. We want to make sure this actually corresponds to the music, because at the moment, the music's playing regardless of what happens here. Let me go turn this one back down to a little bit lower. Resume game. Damn it! I knew I was going to get. I was going to run into this problem at some point. Have too many archer cards, too many ranger cards in our hand, too many expensive cards. Right, we've got to do the funnest one. What have we got? Oh, 3 patient Eleanors. Yeah, we can do that. We can do one of these. Right. So this means that if I play 3 or less cards in a turn, you add 1 attacker and defender to the ready camp, which is really valuable. Right, let's go get some useful cards. One. I think we can just do this, this, and this. Okay, so now we've got a solid sort of. We've got a bit of a defence. Right. I want to keep this patient Eleanor. So one of these. We can actually do a sustained attack. It's fine. And then one of these. Okay. Right. So we should be okay. The only problem is that move that he's doing there, he's got a drone, which is basically meaning he's gaining attack every single turn. Oh, by the way, on a completely unrelated note, at some point I do... Well, I suppose it is a related note. I want to make a card that destroys... I think it's going to be 1 mana, and it's going to be destroy a random enemy drone, and it's going to vanquish itself. Like, just so you can combat this at some point. Oh, he's attacking big. He's attacking seriously big. Oh, no, I've got... Okay, I can't play this. I want to play this, but he's going to attack over and start damaging my rangers, so I can go like this. And then... So I think that I've got a solid enough wall to survive this attack, but I can't play more rangers, which is what I wanted to do. Oh, it's 37 attack. Oh no. Okay. Okay, this could actually... I don't know if I can do this. I think his attack is going to continuously increase up until I die. So I don't think I can reasonably survive this attack. Let's see. Hold the line 1 sec. What's up? How's it going, man?
Cook some dinner. It'll be half an hour, 40 minutes.
Sounds awesome. All right, rock and roll. Let's have a look. So I've got 23. 23 plus 16 is... I think it's 39. So we do actually technically survive. Yeah, we can do... Yeah, this is fine. We can do 2 of these and 1 of these. So we still... I think we survive this turn, and then we're going to have to sort of change our strategy. We're just going to have to hope that we survive long enough before he... Because now he can crunch through my defence now, because his attack is only going up. But we get 1 more hit, and now I think it's all about... let's have a look. I think we need 1 of these. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, alright, we found a comical error. This strategy totem should be destroying, the card should be destroying itself. But it's not. I don't really know why. Oh, wait a sec. Yep. That's the culprit. So, okay, fair enough. Right, that's not too much of a problem. That's so easy to change it's untrue, but it's coming under there as recruitment, which means it doesn't destroy itself. So we've actually got way more than we need. Okay, never mind. That's fine. It's not actually helping our situation out at all. Doesn't really matter how many of these we've got. Right, so now all of our archers get killed off and we take a bunch of damage. Now I think we just need to do... We have got enough to kill him, and it's just a matter of putting up as much defence as we can. That's about all I can do. Okay, we're still alive. Okay, yeah, we're still kind of okay. So we do kill him. Right, cool. So, this is just a nice, useful card. I think we do this because that's going to help us activate. Oh, that'd be quite nice as well. Oh, these are all good. These are all good cards. I think we go Bully Beans because that's going to the trash that we get. We can actually use to we can benefit from because we've got like Isherwood at the Party Royale, which you have to. It has to be your 5th card. If it's your 5th card, it has a better effect essentially. And I think we upgrade. We upgrade the funnest one, right? So this one means that when we do it, we add 3 totems, 3 level 2 totems, which is much better than 3 level 1 totems. In fact, I think I might be able to swap something mid-code. So if I go resources, card SOs, and then we have strategy totem, card type totem. Okay, I think we can just still continue without too much problem. But yes, that. So now, oh yeah. So literally changing that there. So now that card has gone, which is good. Right, 1. And I think we just still want to build up defenders. So we've got some rubbish in our deck, but that might come across useful. Maybe not. Let's go sustained attack first. See what we draw into. That's not that useful. Okay. Get some of these ranges in place. Now I should just get rid of these scrap. So the scrap doesn't do anything, it just takes up a card slot, which is bad. Which is traditionally bad. Right, okay, what we got? Right, oh, another strategy totem, let's go. Okay, and we can have a Patient Eleanor as well. 1. So, 1. How many cards have we played so far? 2, 3... Actually, I'm going to just experiment. 3, 4, and I think this might be our 5th card. Yes, it was. So we're getting 1 of each thing. Okay, brilliant. Yes, okay. So we managed to activate our Isherwood at the Party Royale, which gives us 1 of every troop, which is useful. So that's good. Right, that's going to be just useful overall. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. So he's now got this, which is going to give me rubbish every turn. Right, so can I actually build up to... I don't think I can. I can't activate this properly. But given that we survive this attack, I think it's all a matter of going 1, 2 and 3. So we've got some defenders there, we've got some more rangers here, and hopefully we can just keep this front line bolstered. And this is giving us more in the ready camp every turn. I think we're looking okay. Oh, no! Oh, I think he was actually healing from the armour. Okay, I made a mistake there. Right, so where do we go from here? 1, 2, 3, And I think I just want to get rid of one of these for the time being. There's no point in giving us armour here because then he's going to eat it and gain life. I just got to hope I can keep these archers alive long enough. But he's constantly putting rubbish in my deck as well. What kind of hand is this? Okay, right, so we can do, I think we can do almost everything. We do everything apart from one of these small scraps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Not the strongest of turns. Oh, I think we're going to lose an archer this time. I think we're killing him though. We're getting there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So taking some serious damage. But he's close to dying. I think we can just finish him off now. May as well get rid of some scrap. That's fine. Right, okay. We're done. We're going to be working soon on getting sound effects. But I haven't done that yet. Right, so that's all good. And now I can go escape back to title. And now one thing that's interesting as well, and this is actually I just kind of want to try something out here. So if I press resume, yeah, it still brings me back to this with all the loot that's saved. And if I go exit game and then play again, right, and then press resume, it still does save it. Sorry, like I thought, like, because this took me so long to do because it's such a specific problem. It's such a, well, what if you leave the game mid when you have all these rewards? You still have to collect, you still have to click on them. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I just wanted to kind of just check that works. Oh, it's got to be Rainbow Alliance. Just love that card. Yeah, so we've actually, I managed to actually get a streamer who, like, because, you know, I thought Rainbow Alliance, I need to name it after someone, so I've got a streamer which I've asked, you know, if I can name it after her, and I've got it, so I'll be able to change that at some point, because I've got a new picture for it. Okay, right, anyway, we have done that, that's fine. We're now, we need to get the music to link up with, yeah, okay, right. So, now that we've done all of this, right, Music Master Script, we've got a few things that we're looking to do. So, where we have new volume equals that. So yeah, this will take me a bit of coding time. So what I kind of want to do is, now we have this, right? Equals new volume times by master script dot instance dot music. Oh no, hold on. I think it might be what is it? It might be Rumpletown actually. Rumple level master script dot instance dot. I've got to remember where. Like, there's a certain variable that I think. Game info script dot instance dot music volume. Yeah, so here's where it gets a bit interesting. So this should all be fine. So this deals with the music volume. And we want that to be Control C times the music volume. Okay, and then we want that to simply equal, I'm going to say 1 times music volume, even though times music volume. Okay, so we just need to do that for this bit as well, over here. Times by yep, it's fine. Okay, this one, but I kind of want that in brackets just to be on the safe side. Okay, all right, so that's sorted. And now got to work out how we can do this next bit. Because what we need to deal with is when we're actually changing the music volume, like moving up and down, we want that to have an instant effect here. So if I have Control N O, public void changing music volume, and then private by enumerator, changing music volume routine, start coroutine, changing music volume routine. We'll just have a boolean here, public bool, changing music volume. What's wrong with that? Confused. The music master already contains a definition for changing music volume. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, okay. I put this as dynamically. Actually, no. That'll just be changing volume. Okay. So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to make names that make sense. So this should just be changing volume is true. So changing volume equals okay, right. So right, while oh, actually, yeah. So first of all, if not transitioning music, then do this. While input dot get mouse button down. Right, let me just try and work this out. Input dot get mouse button down. 0. Yield return null. Current. Oh, music source main. That's what we want. Music source main dot volume equals game info script dot instance dot music volume. Okay. All right. That looks good. Now we just need to actually activate it. We also want a public void turn music on public void turn music off. So main music source main dot, because we've got to deal with a few little things. Change music according to scene. And this will be music source main dot stop music source off dot stop. Okay, all right, I think that's all the things that we need. Now that we just need to go into the options and then kind of alter that. So the easiest way for me to get there is if I just simply I just want to actually get to this screen. Now we're at this screen, we can actually we can just click on it and then change the code accordingly. Right, so it's about here. Escape nodule, edit script. Okay, so this is back where we need. So now drag routine while all of this is occurring. Set volume according to that. And then we want to have, I suppose the moment that we start, it should be master script dot instance dot get music master dot change music volume. I think that's all we need, right? And then if it's music, true, and then we want to have master script dot instance dot get music master dot turn music off. Turn music on. So now we can actually just have a little play around, see if this works. Is that all the code that we needed? I think we just have a little play. Let's just check we've saved everything. It looks like we have. Right, okay. So I have to turn this up just a little bit. I love it when that happens, that's brilliant. Okay, right. Oh, that was awfully loud, sorry. Okay, it kind of works. I'm just trying to work out why there's a loud bang. I do apologise if that came loud on your headsets. So we're getting there. So it's semi kind of sorted. Just don't know why it's making that loud sort of banging noise. Right, I tell you what I think this is going to be like. It looks like we have kind of done most of what we wanted to do with the music this time. I've actually got to stop for food and stuff, so I'm probably going to call it here. So yeah, but it looks like we're kind of almost on there. The only problem is this is going to require lots of loud, there's going to be a loud noise that I'll be uncomfortable letting everyone else kind of hearing that while I'm trying to fix that. So I'm going to do that off stream. Yes, anyway, right. Yeah, thank you very much for sticking about. I'll probably call it here. But yeah, cool old stream, and I'll see you guys later.